Hello, first graders. Today for math, we are going to be continuing our practice with subtraction. Now, in order to be successful and participate today, you will need 2 sticks of 10 Lincoln cubes. So I have 10 blue and 10 orange. You can get 10 of any 2 colors as well, okay? Also, you will need your whiteboard and a dry erase marker. And once we are finished using that, we will be using our math workbook that we've been using. And we want to be on the page that says Lesson 17 Problem Set. Okay, so at the top you'll see Lesson 17. You'll actually see 2 pages of that lesson problem set. And we're actually going to skip some of it today. So as long as you're on a page that says Lesson 17 Problem Set, we will get you in the right place when the time comes. Okay? So if you need to pause me to go get those Lincoln cubes, you need 10 of one color and 10 of another color. Your whiteboard or your math book and something to write with, please go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we will go ahead and get started when you press play. Today for math, our I can statement says, I can use a strategy to subtract. Okay? Now, this word strategy is a word that we use a lot in first grade when we talk about math. Using a strategy means that you have a way to solve a problem. Okay? That you have a way that works in your mind and it makes sense to you that helps you solve a math problem. Lots of different people use different strategies. So, we're going to continue practicing 2 strategies today that you can use to help you subtract. Sometimes I might make you use one or the other, or sometimes I might say choose whichever one you like. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I would like to tell you a story problem first, so go ahead and listen. Maya had 15 blocks. Okay, she uses 8 to build her car. So we want to find out how many blocks Maya has left after she builds her car. Let's start that by using our Lincoln cubes. How many blocks does Maya have to start? She has 15 blocks. So if she has 15 blocks, she's going to have 10 and how many more? 5. 15 is 10 and 5. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my other color so that I only have 10 and 5. Okay? I will double check that I have 15 cubes here and you can do the same. Awesome. I have 15. You should too. Now, here are Maya's blocks. She uses 8 of them to build her car. So how can we get 8 to show the ones that she used to build her car? Can we get that from 10 or 5? Which one can we take 8 from? We can take 8 from the 10. If we try to take 8 from the 5, we're not going to have enough. So let's count out 8 and take those away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. I'm going to set them over here to the side. What do we have left now? Now we have 2 blue and 5 orange. Wow. Let's write this as a number sentence quick so we can write down our thinking. If Maya had 15 blocks and we took away 8 so she could build her car, what did we do first? Let's practice our first strategy, which is the number bond strategy. We started here. We split 15 up into 10 blue, right? And how many orange? 5. Good. Then we took 8 away from who? We took 8 away from 10. So in my mind, I'm thinking this. 10 take away 8 equals 2. So I have 2 left and 5 left. I need to put these together, right, to figure out how many she has left altogether. So I'll take my 2, add it with my orange ones that I still have, 5, to get my answer. 2 plus 5 makes what? 2 and 5. How many cubes do we have now? We can count down to figure out 5, 6, 7. So 15 take away 8 equals 7. So how many blocks did Maya have left after she built her car? She had 7. Now, if we're doing this in our problem set or in our exit ticket, we don't have to write these 2 number sentences, but if you feel like that helps you, you can. If the strategy like this works for you, where you envision in your mind, okay, 15 is 10 and 5. If I take 8 from 10, I have 2 left. 2 and 5 make 7. It's kind of like using your mental math in your mind. Mental math means you're thinking about it in your head. Okay. Or, first graders, we could have done this using a picture. We used cubes. That's kind of like using a picture, right? But we can also use, if we didn't have our cubes, our nice, neat math pictures. Starting with what number? 15 in rows of 5. There's 10. And just like we had 5 more orange cubes, we need 5 more in our picture to make 15. I have a row of 5 to make 10, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to make 15. Now, when we talk about our picture, we can circle our 10 to remind ourselves we're going to take 8 from the 10, right? So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. We cross off to show that we take away. If you do not cross off to show that you subtracted, then your teacher does not know how you got your answer. So for now, when your teacher asks you to use a strategy, you have to show them. Okay? Then I see, remember, just like when we took those 8 blue away, we see 2 and 5 left in our picture. 2 and 5 make 7. You should have 7 circles left in your picture. Awesome work. So those are our 2 strategies that we're continuing to practice today. This number bond strategy and the picture strategy. Now that was a lot of work for one problem. Go ahead and erase your board. And in our problem set, we won't have to use both strategies for every problem. We will just use one strategy for each problem, but we might switch a little bit back and forth. Go ahead and grab your math book now. And in your math book, you will notice there are 2 pages that have lesson 17 on them. So this first one, the lesson 17 problem set, you see all these pictures and subtractions happening already, done for you. Okay, we don't want this page. Mrs. Garris is going to say, X that number 1 out, X number 2 out, and X number 3 out. We're going to start on the next page today. Now, if you're bored and you want more math to do, you sure can do this. Work on this on your own if you'd like, or work on it with a grown-up. Okay? But today, for our lesson, we're going to skip over to the page that still says Lesson 17 Problem Set, but you'll see wheels and forks and bats and socks. Okay? And we're going to work on this page together. Now, I'm going to go back over here just to read my directions for these first few. It says circle 10 and subtract. Have you done that before? Circle 10 and subtract. That should sound familiar. You've done that this week. So, same thing over here. We need to circle 10 and then subtract. When it says subtract, that means you have to show that you're subtracting by crossing off. So, I have my writing tool and you should too. We are ready to go. Our first problem says 15 take away 8. So that must mean I have 15 wheels here, right? I think so. Our directions say to circle 10. So all I have to do first is circle 10. I see a row of 5 here, I see a row of 5 here, I see a row of 5 here. It doesn't matter what rows of 5 I circle, but I need to circle 2 of them to make 10. Okay, maybe you circle these 2, maybe you circle these 2. Either one is just fine. Now we have to show we subtract. Well, what are we subtracting here? We have 15 minus 8, right? So we're taking away 8. I can't take 8 from this 5. It won't be too much. It'll be too much. So let's take 8 from our 10. And then, since we're super smart first graders and we know partners to 10, we know that if we take 8 away, we have 2 left to make 10. So in our answer, we have 2 and 5 more. What does 2 and 5 make? 2 and 5 make 7. 15 take away 8 is 7, just like Maya and her blocks. Great work! Let's go on to number 5. Same thing. Let's circle 10. Make sure you count because look, we have a set of forks here that's only 4 of them. We need to circle 10. There's some 5 and 5 makes 10. We are doing 19 take away 8. So they did 10 and 9. We are going to take away 8. Here we go. There's 5, 6, 7, and 8. As always, if I take 8 away from 10, I have 2 left and all of this. Wow. So let's count down to figure out how many that is. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, or 9 and 2. 9 and 2 makes 11. Nice work. Let's continue on. Go ahead and do number 6 on your own. We have 16 take away 8. Do you notice the pattern here today? We're only taking away one number. What is that number? We're only taking away 8. Nice. So let's figure out 16 take away 8. Circle your 10 and cross off. We'll go over it in just a second. All right, you should have circled 2 sets of 5 bats. Take away 8, cross off. You will have 2 left and 6. 6, 7, 8 are left. Your answer should be 8. Awesome. Let's finish up quickly with number 7. Go ahead and do that one on your own as well. Circle your 10 and then subtract 8. I'm going to circle this 10 this time. And if I subtract 8 from 17, I'm going to get all of these out here left. 7 of them, plus 2 more. 7, 8, 9 should be your answer. Give yourself a big pat on the back if you got it. Nice work. Now here's where Mrs. Garris is going to make you switch around what strategy you practice. Okay, so we've been working on these pictures for the last 4. Now we're going to switch around and see if we can try out some number bond sometimes and picture other times. Okay, let's go back to our number bond here for number 8. Here is our direction. Draw and circle 10, so that would be like using your picture strategy. It says, or break apart the teen number with a number bond, then subtract. All right, let's first try that, breaking apart with a number bond. If I have the numbers 12 and 8, what number is the teen number? That's going to be the number with the 1 in the front of it. That's going to be my 12. And first graders, if we have 12, remember we're going to break this up just like we did in our pictures up here. We circled how many? Every time we circled 10. So we want to break it up into 10, and what's left? If I have 1 10, how many ones are here? 2 ones, 2 left. 10 and 2 make 12. Now, in my brain I'm thinking, okay, just like in our picture, from 10 we take away 8. What does that equal? If we do 10 take away 8, what did we have left every time we took away 8? There were just 2 left every time. Okay, and then we need to add what's left. Okay, we have that. What's left? 2. So we're going to take our 2 here. Boop. 2 and 2 makes 4, right? So 12 take away 8 is 4. I could check that by counting on like we practiced yesterday, starting at 8 and counting up to 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Look, 4 fingers are up. We got it. Good work. Let's do number 9. Let's do one more number bond together. All right, we have 13 and 8. What number is your teen number? Your teen number is 13. Good job. Put a number bond in 13. Mrs. Garris is going to get a little wild here and show you my cubes with it. So here I have 13 cubes. I broke it up into 10 and how many? 3, right? I see 10, 11, 12, 13. 10 and 3. Now I'm thinking in my mind, if I take away 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There go my 8. If I take 8 from 10, I have 2 left, plus 3 more. 2 and 3 make what? 2 and 3 make 5. Okay, so if you like the number sentences, you can write them. If you don't, you can just do it like this. Okay, whatever works best for you. Now that we've practiced that number bond strategy, let's try number 10 using the picture strategy, where we draw and circle 10, then subtract. So we have 14 take away 8. We need to first draw our 14, right? In a nice, neat math picture. There's 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Make sure you always double check that you have the right amount of circles. If you don't, you will have to go back and fix it. All right. 14 take away 8. My directions say to draw and circle 10, so I have to follow the directions by circling 10. You will have to do the same thing if you choose this strategy or when you use this strategy on your exit ticket today. So we have circled 10 and we subtract. We take away how many? 8. And left is 2 and 4. 4 and 2 more make what? 4, 5, 6. 14 take away 8 is 6. All right, first grader, I want you to try number 11 on your own. You can use whichever strategy you like. You can use the number bond strategy, or you can use the picture strategy to solve 15 take away 8. I'm going to give you 1 minute, and this will be our last one before we do our exit ticket. Use the strategy that you like the best, the number bond or the picture. Are you working on it? I hope so. If you're not, fix it, refocus, grab that pencil, and get to work on 15 take away 8. All right, now, if you used a number bond, you should have broken up 15 into 10 and 5. If you used a picture, you should have drawn a picture of 10 and 5. Then you should have circled 10. Okay, if you take 8 from 10, just like if you're doing your number bond, you take 8 from 10, you have 2 left. 2 and 5 left. 2 and 5 left. 2 and 5 make 7. 15 take away 8 is 7. Great work. Now on your exit ticket, first graders, you will have to show me that you can try using a picture on a couple of the problems, and you will have to show that you can try a number bond on one of the problems. Okay, so you're going to test that brain today, and you're going to try both of them out and show that you can subtract using either strategy. Soon, we will give you the choice to use which strategy you like. But for today, we want you to try both. So head on over to Seesaw. Thank you for working so hard with me, and go ahead and finish up your exit ticket.